Richmond County Schools Superintendent Dr. Cindy Goodman highlighted a recently enacted law that toughens penalties for threats against educational institutions during her last meeting as superintendent with the Richmond County Board of Education at Washington Street Elementary on Thursday. The law, which went into effect on December the 1st, makes it a Class H felony to communicate a threat of mass violence on educational property or a place of worship. According to the NC Association of School Administrators, the law closes a previous loophole in a school safety law in which individuals making a false report of mass violence on school property could face a higher offense than making an actual threat. It also allows for a judge to grant probation, order a mental health evaluation, and community service hours, as well as conditional discharge of those found guilty if they are younger than 20. Messages about the new law were sent home throughout November. Dr. Jeff Maples recognized a number of schools and presented the respective principals with certificates for meeting or exceeding academic growth and presented the principals' certificates. Richmond Early College High School both met academic growth and had a 100% graduation rate. Maples also spoke about the redesignation of Hamlet Middle as a school to watch, one of only 400 in the country, which had been reported in late November. For more on the December board meeting, visit richmondobserver.com. Richmond Community College recently collaborated with Lees-McRae College to map out a transfer pathway for Richmond Community College graduates of the Human Services Technology program to earn a bachelor's degree online. The two colleges signed an agreement that will allow Richmond CC students who have completed the Associate of Applied Science degree in Human Services Technology to transfer with 65 to 66 credits into the Bachelor of Arts in Applied Science degree at Lees-McRae. These credits will fulfill the general education core curriculum in the bachelor degree program. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, human services related job growth is expected to be more than 13% through 2024. Jobs in the human services field can be found in mental health, child care, family services, social services, rehabilitation, correction, and educational agencies. Richmond Community College is now accepting new students into the Human Services Technology program for the 2019 spring semester. You can register by going to richmondcc.edu or calling 910-410-1730. When we return, Matt Harrelson will be bringing you your Live at 5 weather report. It's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
Hi, this is Christina with Richmond County Hospice. I'm with Julie and Holly, and we're here to talk about how wonderful Hayden Construction was during our recent pipe bursting and flooding in our building.
In 10 to 15 minutes they were here and they were already starting to work, vacuuming up the water, trying to figure out where all the damage was, what all they needed to do.
They were so quick to get on the scene. They were here before I even arrived, and it was just reassuring to have them come in and take control.
We are so thankful that they were here to help us that day.
Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is all about rustic home decor and gifts. You will always find a variety of unique antiques, vintage, and new items in our shop. Come and see our selection of housewarming, new baby, and wedding gifts. For the man in your life, we have many collectibles, Boker knives, and leather. And ladies love the jewelry, purses, candles, hats, and t-shirts. We also offer a 30-day layaway program. Come and experience shopping at Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts.
At Kyocera, we see your company differently. We see your documents, how they're accessed, what it takes to keep them secure, and how well your workflow is flowing.
Kyocera helps your entire document infrastructure run more efficiently, securely, and cost-effectively.
And what we see is an opportunity to integrate all of it.
Today's Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by the Oro Sports Show, which you can now catch across all of the Richmond Observer's platforms 3 days a week. But taking a look at the map behind me for the highs tomorrow in Fayetteville, a high of 58, a low of 45. Similar temperatures south of that in Lumberton, a high of 59 there for tomorrow, low of 46. Up in Rayford, 58 for the high, 45 for the low. And in Moore County, Southern Pines specifically, high of 57, low of 44. Now, if you're heading down 74 east towards Laurinburg in Scotland County for tomorrow, you can expect a high of 54, a low of 45. Here in Richmond County in Rockingham, a high of 57, low of 44. Very similar temperatures in the northern end of the county in Ellerby, a high of 56, low of 43. And then finally, if you're heading down 74 west across the PD River in Wadesboro for tomorrow, 56 for the high, 44 for the low. So similar temperatures here for tomorrow in the Sand Hills area. Should be a beautiful day, should be close to 60. And that brings us to the 5-day weather forecast. As I just mentioned, for tomorrow, should be partly cloudy, but no precipitation expected, a high of 57, low of 44. As we enter the weekend, unfortunately, a 100% chance of rain on Friday. Again, a temperature, the high of 56, low just down that 53, so actually be pretty warm for Friday night considering the temperatures we've had. Rain still expected, more for the weekend in the forecast on Saturday, a 50% chance that day, high all the way up of 61, low of 46. But as we finish out the weekend on Sunday, should be another beautiful day, partly cloudy, high of 54, low of 38. And then as we approach next week on Monday, another beautiful day, no precipitation expected, nothing but sunshine during the day, a high of 58. But the low on Monday night is still going to dip down towards freezing temperatures. So that's going to do it for your Live at 5 weather report. And when we return, we've got your Oro Sports update. That's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on Hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, Hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
At Richmond Community College, we prepare you for a high-skill, high-paying career in a variety of fields. From business to education, engineering, utilities, healthcare, criminal justice, information technology, and human services. At Richmond Community College, we can save you thousands of dollars on tuition through our university transfer programs that provide a seamless transition to universities and colleges throughout North Carolina. At Richmond Community College, we are always developing new courses and programs in response to the communities we serve. We offer day, evening, and online courses, and you can now complete 5 curriculum programs entirely online. At Richmond Community College, we believe in helping you prepare for a better life. Richmond Community College. Local college, big impact.
Wednesday evening, the Richmond Senior High School swim teams will enter their 3rd week of SAC action at St. Andrews University in Laurinburg. Just like any speed-based athletics, the goal of the Richmond swimmers is to improve their times each week. Several Raider swimmers have accomplished that goal between weeks 1 and 2 and are eager to continue reducing their finishing times in each event every week. Lady Raider senior Natalie Davis not only reached season low times, but also recorded career and school lows in the 2nd meet of the season. Davis finished in 5th out of 77 participants in the 50-yard freestyle. Her time is 31:13, marked in the first time in 6 attempts that she finished below 32 seconds. In the 100-yard freestyle, she clocked in at 1:14.09, another personal best. Davis's times in those two events were also school records for the program in its second season. The Raiders and the Lady Raiders returned to the pool Wednesday at 5:30 at St. Andrews University. For much of the Tuesday night game at Purnell Sweat High School, the Lady Raiders were on the losing end of the scoreboard, but all of that changed at the end of the third quarter and throughout the entire fourth quarter as the Lady Raiders battled back and outscored the Lady Rams 19-12 in the final 8 minutes of play to secure their third win of the season. Richmond rolled out of Pembroke with a 49-45 victory. Following a layup under the basket with a minute remaining, Alexis Sweeney went to the line and hit 3 of her 4 attempts. On Richmond's final possession of the half, Elias Sweeney netted a putback shot as time expired, ending the 7-0 run that put the Lady Raiders up 35-33 heading into the final 8 minutes of play. Purnell Sweat couldn't go away quietly as the Lady Rams managed to tie up the game 2 more times before the final buzzer. A pair of free throws by Alexis Sweeney gave Richmond the final lead it would need to secure the victory. Richmond will be back in action tomorrow at home in a makeup game against Forest Hills High School. Tip-off is at 5:30 p.m. On the boys' side of the court, the Raiders posted a season high in points but fell just short of the Rams 78-74 in what turned out to be a second half shootout between the Raiders and the Rams. Both teams scored 50 or more points in the final 16 minutes of play. The two squads combined for only 51 points in the first half as Purnell Sweat led from the opening basket and held a 27-24 lead at the time of halftime. Despite the barrage of scoring in the second half, Richmond head coach Donald Pettigrew said it was turnovers and a late start that haunted the Raiders down the stretch. Richmond is off until Friday, December the 14th, when they will travel to Pinecrest High School. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. following the Lady Raiders game. And joining me back on the desk is Matt Harrelson.
Yep, so I'm here to do a little promotion for the RO Sports Show because we got a new office, new studios. We figured we'd try some different things. Before we get to that, though, unfortunately, I know we've talked about it already, your Eagles beat my Redskins.
Yes.
So I was a man of my word, even though I really hated it, and you gave me a pink Philadelphia Eagles hat to wear, which I did on last week's RO Sports Show. But as I was telling you the other night, there's another game between our two teams coming up at the end of the month. So be on the lookout. Hopefully my Skins will win, and you'll have to do something embarrassing so we can at least be 50-50 here, but it's not looking good.
And if it's going to be equal, then I'm just going to have to wear a Redskins hat.
Well, we can make that happen. But talking about the sports show, so usually in the past, we've the show's been on at 5:30 on Thursdays.
Right.
That part of it, not going to change so much as how we're doing the show.
Okay.
So as far as this week, we've decided to make different shows, make them shorter.
Okay.
On different subjects.
Gotcha.
Instead of having one show that's an hour, hour and a half, we decided to make multiple shows that are between 15, 30 minutes, something like that.
Okay.
So for this week, that will be continued. Tomorrow night on Thursday, we'll still have a sports show at 5:30. This will be the second edition of the Raider Wrap-Up, which we started last week. This week, head coach Brian Till is going to be on the desk with me. So, of course, be on the lookout for that. On Friday, we're going to have our kind of new formatted sports show. It's going to be just kind of boom, 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 boom. Maybe spend just 3 to 5 minutes on each subject and then move on. And then on Saturday, definitely be on the lookout for this because this is going to be our college football bowl bash.
Okay.
So Saturday is the official first day of bowl season. So we thought, what better place to talk about bowls than the bowling alley? So the RO Sports Show crew is heading to Strikers Bowling Alley, of course, on Highway 74 Business, Broad Street, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
So be on the lookout for that. That will air at 12:30 p.m. So we wanted to jump out and get ahead of all of that. So, so it'll be people bowling in the background, us talking about sports. and bowl games in general, so it should be fun. But just want to let folks know that we are changing it up, so you don't just get the RO Sports Show one day a week. You'll now get it 3, and with the potential to have more original content on the way.
So I have to ask, are you going to pull a Lee Corso and have like a mascot head that for each game you're going to talk about?
That sounds like a great idea. We'd have to get a budget for that, but that sounds like a great job for Russell. So
oh, okay.
yes, we'll make sure to
just add the things for Russell to do.
Yeah, we'll put mascot heads on Russell's head. So that sounds like a plan to me, and people will watch that. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
so
right.
be sure to tune into that. 3 opportunities to get your sports fix. Of course, you can see it at richmondobserver.com, and then you can listen to it on the Classic Rock as well. That's going to do it for another edition of Live at 5. Be sure to download the RO app for your mobile device, and for all the latest news in Richmond County, visit richmondobserver.com, and of course, tune in to Good Morning Sand Hills every morning, 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. From the Live at 5 crew, I'm Sierra McQueen. Good night, Richmond County.